Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about an update on Dragon Ball Daima. So for anybody who doesn't know, Dragon Ball Daima has been announced to be the English dub has been announced to be coming out on January 10th next month. And a lot of people are not happy about this, and I am not happy about this either. And a lot of people have been asking me what my opinion on this, and I really haven't gotten to this video yet. So now I'm going to talk about my points here. I think this is a stupid decision by Crunchyroll or the powers that be. I don't know if it's all Crunchyroll or if this is Toei or whose decision it was for this to happen. But I think it is incredibly stupid, especially since the sub is coming out right now. You got what's it called? You got the new game out, right? Sparking Zero, aka Budokai Tenkaichi 4, as I like to call it, was what it should be called. But you got that game coming out, or it's out already. All right, you got all the buzz. You know, you had the first 3 episodes in the theater, and then you're gonna make us wait until January. While the sub version is like, I don't even know where they're at right now. I think they're at like episode 8 or 9 or some shit like that, right? So they're already, and by the time we get to January 10th, right? I'm assuming they're not going to upload the first 3 episodes that were in the movie theater, right? They're gonna make us wait another week, right? Or some bullshit like that. So they're going to make us wait 3 weeks for 3 episodes that we've seen in the movie theater. So we're going to be waiting 4 weeks until we get the 4th episode, I'm guessing, unless they upload the first 3 episodes the first week, which is possible, but I'm not holding my breath with them making us wait this fucking long. So yeah, we got this problem here. By the time January 10th comes, the sub is going to be even further from episode 8. They're going to be like even further into Daima, wherever Daima is. So we're waiting, tick, 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 tick. Now, again, it's still not going to be nearly as bad as Dragon Ball Super was. I mean, we waited like a freaking year for Dragon Ball Super, year and a half to get the English dub. There was Xenoverse 2 that kind of showed you the video game aspect of it. If you wanted to play the game at that point, I played Xenoverse 2, but I tried to avoid any of the super storylines until it came out. So yeah, I was always behind Xenoverse 2 because of that, because I took the sacrifice of not playing the story mode because that was DLC. I elected not to play those DLCs or even get those DLCs until we got to Dragon Ball Super, the actual anime. Because I really didn't want to know what was happening until the anime came out. But obviously, with Xenoverse 2, you knew they were going to have to dub that storyline because Dragon Ball Z always gets an English dub for video games, so they had to do that. Looking back at it now, I personally think they should have not done the story mode. Scratch that. I'm sorry, scratch. Because what they're doing right now with Sparking Zero, right? Okay, or Budokai Tenkaichi 4. What they're doing with Budokai Tenkaichi, right? They're what they're doing basically is they're not dubbing the new characters or whatever. They're not English dubbing the new characters right now. Well, at least right now, I think they're going to English dub those characters. Like there's going to be like an update or something like that later on. But what they're doing is they're making people wait for that until I guess the show comes out. Um, which I think is actually, I mean, I hated this at the time when I heard this, that they were doing this, or at least that's what we think they're doing. Because I can't imagine them just not dubbing this after a while, you know what I'm saying? Because they did this with My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia Justice 2 video game was originally a subtitle game only, but then they gave it an English dub later on. And that's what I think they're going to do with these specific sub-exclusive characters for Budokai Tenkaichi 4, is that they're going to basically update it with an English dub once the anime comes out, once Dragon Ball Daima comes out. So that's what I think they're doing here. I think that's what the plan is. So that's what I think they probably wish they would have done for Xenoverse 2, looking back on it, because Xenoverse 2, well, and also in those cases too, they could have just not offered the DLCs until the English dub came out too, because those were DLC storylines. But I think, because here's the thing, Xenoverse 2, the Dragon Ball Super storyline in Xenoverse 2, the voice acting was not the same as what it became in the actual anime. When the anime did get English dubbed and they dubbed it, it was very, very different. And it came off as more of a testing ground for what they ultimately wanted to do in the anime. You know, it gave them a chance basically to test what they wanted to do, because they didn't really know what the characters were, because they didn't know what the storyline really was other than what they had seen in the video game. So, and yeah, there were many of the voice actors that were casted in that did stay as their characters, but like, look at Hit. Hit's voice actor changed in the anime, and he was not the same in the video game. In Xenoverse 2, they changed it for the anime. Now I don't know why. I don't know if it was scheduling conflict or maybe they just didn't like the direction. I don't know. There's never been really an explanation for that one. But regardless, those were issues that were brought up for that. And again, it was the first time they had been in that situation. And so this is why I think they're doing this now that they kind of can go back and dub things later, and update it, with a future update patch. That's what I think they're doing, and that's probably what they're going to do going forward. We're probably never going to see what they did with Xenoverse 2 again, to avoid those issues, because that came out in like 2016 too. So I mean, they could update, but it was a lot more difficult. The technology was a little more difficult back then compared to now. Towards the end of the PlayStation 4 era, going into the PlayStation 5 era. So that's kind of where that whole thing with the video game thing is. But I just think in terms of getting back to Dragon Ball Daima, them releasing the dub on January 10th, whether it was, I don't know if it was Toei or Crunchy. I think it's a combination of both of them, honestly. I know Toei does have a lot of stake in this as well. I'm surprised they didn't try to give it to Toonami, because from my understanding, like 6 years ago or whatever, God, it's been that long, hasn't it? Since Dragon Ball Super, the dub came out. I know Toei Animation wanted Toonami to have it, because they wanted it on cable. They wanted Dragon Ball Super on cable. like they wanted a guaranteed cable. That's why it took so long for Funimation to get it on the streaming service, because Toei was demanding it to be on cable, and ultimately Toonami. So that's why Toonami got it. Um, you know, Obviously 6 years can change a lot, and now it does seem like Daima is going to be on Crunchyroll. It might be on Netflix as well too. We don't know, but well, it is on Netflix, but the sub version's on Netflix, but not the English dub version. The English dub version is going to be on Crunchyroll. We don't know if the Netflix version is going to have the dub version. But Yeah, I'm really surprised by that. Like, I don't know what changed in 6 years for Toei's stance. Maybe streaming over there in Japan has gotten bigger. Um, but I just think overall this is a mistake. I just don't know. Like, I mean, they can dub that stuff. I mean, they simul dub stuff all the time. They only need about like 3 weeks. So it should only be like 3 weeks behind the Japanese dub. That's really how it should be. And you see so many animes now this day and age that are in that. So I don't know why with Dragon Ball Daima it's any different. Um, if anything, you would think they would want Dragon Ball Daima to be out as quickly as possible, because obviously the quicker you have it out, the more you can merchandise Dragon Ball Daima with, like, the home media releases, because we know they're going to release it on home video. Um, so like there's so much missed opportunity with this. Um, you know, and I will say from the 3 episodes, I mean, I did review the three episodes when I seen it in the theaters. Um, did them all in one. Yeah, yeah. We did them all in one. For anybody who hasn't seen the review on that, that's another thing too. I don't think I can like review. I can't review it again when those first 3 episodes come out, because I've already reviewed all 3 episodes in one. So three for the price of one. You know what I'm saying? So when I start reviewing it, I got to go to episode 4 at that point. Um, we got to go to episode 4. I don't know how long the series is gonna be, but I mean, it's an okay series. I mean, I just I don't know, man. Like, I don't know where you know, I prefer the fighting. I prefer the fighting. I prefer, that aspect of it. Um, you know, the biggest thing that I'm really into this series right now is that Stephanie is back as Kid Goku. I mean, that to me is the caveat of this series right now for me. And I mean, yeah, I mean, we're gonna hopefully we'll see some fighting soon in the series, but I mean, Stephanie being back, man, I mean, that just made me want to watch it even more. Like, I was like, yeah, because, like, for 10 years, like, what was over 10 years, it's been like 15 years actually. She hasn't been Kid Goku or Kid Gohan. I hope Gohan does make an appearance in this too. Like, I want to hear her as Kid, like, I don't know if she'll be back as Kid Gohan, but I want to see her back as Kid Gohan. I don't care. Like, people are split on the Gohan performance. I don't know how, because I think her kid and especially her team Gohan is far better than any of the other Kid Gohan voice actors, because there's been a few other than Stephanie. She's by far the best, especially that iconic Cell moment. The Cell fight when he goes Super Saiyan 2. I want to see her not only as Kid Goku. I want to see her as Gohan again. So Kid Gohan and Teen Gohan. But no, man. So yeah, basically my thoughts on this. I hate this marketing decision. I don't know why, in this day and age in 2024, we're waiting this. And again, it's not nearly as much as Dragon Ball Super. It's not nearly as much as Z, obviously. But my God, in 2024, when we have lesser animes coming out right away within 3 weeks of the Japanese broadcast, and Daima has to wait until January. We had Daima in the movie theater November? And now we're waiting until January 10th for Dragon Ball Daima to come out. And we don't even know if it's going to be the first 3 episodes that come out right away, or we're going to have to be waiting for 4 weeks just to get to episode 4, because pretty much most people seen the 3 episodes in the theaters. So yeah, I do not like this, and I do not like the strategy from Crunchyroll or Toei, and what they're doing. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I agree. I don't like this decision. And that's about it. Make sure to comment, rate. If you like this video, my videos, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell for all the latest contents. Thank you. And that was about it, guys. I am the Ultimate Goku Monitor. Peace. Also, make sure to subscribe. Besides subscribing to the Ultimate Goku, follow me on Instagram, the Ultimate Goku. The Twitch, the Ultimate Goku, and I do have a Discord link in the description. We discuss various topics. I also have to do a YouTube tier list. So go check that out. And now I'm out. Peace.